I got 3 of them in my house.
That's definitely rising.
Top of the.
I just we're stand by. We're about to go live here, guys. Ask the custodian. I know where one is in the building. Okay, well, we have one in the air. So, all right. Well, good day, everybody, and from the Navarro ISD Event Center in Gerardo, Texas. This is the Navarro Panther Volleyball being brought to you all along the Navarro Panther Network. Hello, everybody, and I'm Clay Scarborough. I'm being joined by Joe Frederick and Sarah Casey, who's at the controls, Cohen Strout and Jace Caldwell on the camera and scoreboard. And good luck, Mr. Andrews, on your drive back from Georgia. We look forward to having you back here later this week. Tonight's the last home game for the Lady Panthers, and their regular season game of the year is against Bandera tonight. The Lady Panthers enter tonight with a 28-15 overall record and a 5-4 district record, good for third place in the district. Those only losses have come against the number 1 and number 2 team in the state, per Max Preps. That's Wimberley and Davenport. More on them in just a second. The Lady Bulldogs of Bandera are tied for last place in the district with a 1-8 record, have a 14-25 overall record, and in a previous game this year, the Lady Panthers beat the Lady Bulldogs 3-0. So tonight, the Lady Panthers will be playing to secure their third place seed in the district. Fredericksburg is at 5-4, and they stand to take the number 4 seed in the district if we take care of business tonight. And one more thing we're going to be watching for before we bring in Joe Frederick here into the broadcast. Hannah Durrett, number 12. She's 5 assists away from reaching the 500 mark for her career.
12 assists away. 12 assists away for 500, yes, sir.
From 500. So, speaking of, let's bring in Joe Frederick here.
Hey, guys. How are y'all doing tonight? It's always a pleasure to be here in the old Navarro Event Center. A senior night. Had honored 5 different seniors. Excuse me, 4 different seniors tonight. They're going to have a little soiree for them afterwards. It looks like they're setting up cookies in the gym and stuff like that. So I think this tonight should be an opportunity for the ladies to get some good work in. I think it's an opportunity to prep for playoffs come Monday. We have those dates and times set up. So we're looking forward to it.
Speaking of, go ahead and tell us about that. Playoffs are pretty much set. I don't think Fredericksburg can catch us in the number 3 slot. So
yep.
What happens next week?
We get old Lago Vista in up in Lehman Monday at 6:30. So it'll be a lot of fun. Lago will be the second place team coming out of their district, and so Navarro being the third. You know, I don't know if that's really a fair matchup. You know, you typically look at 3 and 2, and you go like, who has the advantage?
That's exactly what I was going to ask you next. How the number 2 in our district is number 2 in the state.
Yeah.
But what are we looking at coming from that district?
Yeah, I mean, you got number 1 and number 2. Not only Max Preps, but Texas Volleyball. You've got a solid district here. So I think it might be a decent test. I think it might be an opportunity to see what we're made of outside of this district, maybe build a little bit of confidence. You know, sometimes going against number 1 and number 2 in the state kind of defeats you a little bit. Can really be, it's tough. There's no doubt it's tough. But this should be an opportunity against Lago to really get some work in and see what we're made of for this run, because we could really put a good little run together.
Well, on that note, you know, we saw Georgia and Texas the other day in NCAA football. To be the king, you have to beat the king. So
Correct.
At what point would you get your shot at, let's say, a Wimberley or Davenport in the playoffs again?
Well, from what I got out of all this, it's looking like if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, but, you know, it's teenagers in sports, so
you never really know.
You never really know. But it's a possibility of getting Divine in the second round, which we've already played. And then we'll most likely get, in the third round, we'll get Sweeney or Kingsville King.
Okay.
So those are those would be good little traveling games right there.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Kingsville King. I'll say 2 things about Sweeney. Sweeney was always a baseball powerhouse. I've never, in my time doing volleyball, have heard them as a volleyball powerhouse. But when you're in the Houston area, anything's possible.
Right, absolutely.
So, and then it looks like maybe the 4th round you probably run back into Wimberley.
Okay.
That would be
the one before the regional tournament, correct?
No, that's in the regional tournament. Yeah, you got by district, then you got area, regional quarterfinals, and then you go into the regional tournament.
We mentioned it's senior night tonight, so as the teams finish their warm up and serves, Mr. Frederick, why don't you go through real quick so everyone's watching tonight? Who to watch for senior wise?
Senior wise, well, you got to start off with your senior, man, I don't know where to start. You got Tegan Harbeth.
A lot of good options there.
You got Tegan Harbeth. She's doing a fantastic job at libero. Lots of digs. You got Kate Wozniak, who this year had 2,000 over. She's over 2,000 assists in her career, and she's also playing front row, so she can kill the ball as well. Morgan, past few games, watching Morgan swing. She's swinging freely and smart. It's been fun to watch. And, of course, Sarah being a defensive specialist in the back row, always hustling. That girl always hustles. So, I mean, they're all going to be out there. You mamas and your daddies and your grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and all that. Today's the day to tune in because this is special for your kids. They might not know it now, but when this is all over, they will remember this moment.
Well, he has their bio set. We'll be talking more about them as this game unfolds. And again, Navarro taking on Bandera tonight with a 1-3 record. They're tied with Canyon Lake at the bottom of the district. Fredericksburg at 4-5. They are the number 4 seed. We mentioned Navarro is 5-4 in district. They are, according to Max Preps, ranked number 21 and in 3rd place in their division. Number 2 is Davenport at 8-1 with a 34-8 overall record. Wimberley, 35-3 overall, has the number 1 record. So you're going to hear the buzzer here in a second, and at that time we will turn it over to public address announcer Chad Fox.
Real quick, while it's up there, though, we got that QR code. Miss Casey put that QR code up there for us. So that's an opportunity to donate to the Panther Posse. We started this thing, and we collect those donations. Donate to this group. We're going to keep this thing rolling through the playoffs. We're not quite sure who's going to be doing what, but we will be here for the playoffs.
We may have volleyball and football going on at the same time.
It's going to be a lot of work for Miss Casey, but I think she likes volleyball better. I think she likes the announcers in volleyball better is really what I think it is.
Well, we'll set up a poll for that, you know.
Yeah.
Hank versus Jim.
All in favor.
Jim versus Lance.
Yeah. I took the straw poll.
A whole like a tournament there, couldn't you?
You could. Yeah. I think
that's number 1.
I think it's a fantastic idea. Not that I want to go do football. I mean, I do.
No, we're just voting for the favorite MP and announcer, right?
That's great. Let's do it. I hope I end up last.
Chat Fox is getting set up for our starting lineups and national anthem.
And they're also trying to gather the senior balloons that flew up. So it's fun watching parents work. So I'm going to pull up some stats for Kingsville King and Divine real quick for you guys.
Sure.
While we wait.
Lady Volleyball Panthers are taking their spot in the back line of the volleyball court. Good crowd has turned out tonight for senior night. Local pastor, superintendent in the stands.
Welcome to Navarro.
And now you hear the voice, the PA address announcer, Chad Fox.
Matchup against the Bandera Bulldogs. We ask you to rise, remove your hats, in respect for the national anthem. Tonight's contest will be played.
Some of our American Sign Language students,
I'm glad you brought.
sang the national
I'm
anthem.
glad you brought that up. That was super awesome.
They were at the football game on Friday night, the homecoming game.
Yep,
To carry it over into the volleyball game.
that was really cool. They worked really hard at it. I watched one of those students practice a lot, and so they worked really hard at that. And I saw that on the social media, and to watch that right here, it was really neat to see them putting in that work.
See that happening. So, back to Chad Fox and the starting lineups and the rosters for tonight.
Bailey Convica. Number 6, Hannah Wells. Number 4, Kyra Blake.
That's
Number 7, Lexus Moore.
for you listening people out there.
Number 9, Taylor Hamilton.
That's not Chad Fox. That's old Doug. That's Doug Wozniak right there.
What happened to Mr. Fox?
He'll be coming,
Okay.
but that's a senior dad right there.
Senior dad on senior night.
He's had 3 students come through, and this is his last.
I
This is his
don't-
last child.
Don't know the first one, but I know the second one. That was a pretty good baseball player.
He's a pretty good baseball player.
For your
His first daughter was Bridget Wozniak. Not Bridget. That's his wife, Kate. Kate's the daughter. Mark.
Navarro.
Just lost the oldest daughter's name. I apologize with Wozniak's. But she was playing for Texas Women's University.
Nice.
Yes.
Up there in the Metroplex area.
Number 3, Peyton Shamansky.
You can always catch Doug in the top of the stands
Hitter. Senior.
with his headphones on, listening to his podcast.
Wow. A 5'7" setter, junior, number 5, Avery Seastaff. A 6-foot outside hitter.
For those of you that can't see,
number
Miss
6,
Wozniak
Morgan Elm.
threw the volleyball up to Mr. Joel Frederick to my left.
A 5'10".
Oh, that just makes my heart happy right there. I love Kate. I've known her since she was, gosh, tiny.
6, defensive specialist, senior, number 8, Sarah Failer.
Many of the parents are getting the volleyballs tonight that the girls are throwing out.
Number 9, Piper Fox. A 5'8" right side, junior, number 11, Emmy Harris. A 5'3" setter, sophomore, number 12, Hannah Durrett. A 5'9" right side, senior, number 13, Izzy Geipel.
Scores!
Side, 14, Minka Dupree.
She gave me the old
got the
teak
head
right there.
fake. Hey,
She gave me the old.
shoulder fake and everything. You bid on it.
Number 22, Riley Smith. Lady Panthers are coached by head coach Paige Poth, assisted by Kelly Bush and Kylie Shirley. Have fun, ladies.
All right, Mr. Frederick, starting lineups are ready to roll here. So on a night like this, you're going against one of the last teams in the district. This is obviously kinds of being a tune-up game for you. What are your goals tonight? What are you setting up for, knowing you got playoffs in 6 days?
Right now, I'm saying fundamentals. Work on your passes. Work on your sets.